so that they're about hip width apart. The toes will be slightly turned in. And then release your arms alongside the body, turning the palms to face the ceiling. And then this time, keeping your right foot planted on the mat, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling, flexing the foot, reaching the center of the heel towards the ceiling, and finding that gliding, rolling movement, that fluid movement through the ankle and the toes. Begin to alternate pointing the toes and flexing the foot. So the left knee is bent and the left foot is on the floor. And we're alternating pointing the toes and flexing the right foot. Finding the gliding, rolling movement through the ankle, through the toes. Rolling, gliding, fluid. And reverse the direction of the circles. And circle the toes back to the center. Bend your knee and take hold of the leg around the shin, drawing the thigh and the knee in towards your chest and your belly. And you can release the other leg out to the mat if that feels good for your back, or you can also keep it with the knee bent and the foot on the floor. Just go by what feels best for your body at each moment. And give the weight of the right leg completely into your hands. And letting your leg just follow the arms and the hands. Begin to guide the knee in circles. Circling into the round hip joint. The hip joint's in the groin area. It's not the outer fleshy part. It's inside the groin. And it's a ball moving in a socket. So as you allow yourself to begin to release deep into the hips, also releasing in the belly and in the eyes, in the throat, and particularly in the jaw hinge in front of the ear, where the jaw and the skull meet. We're softening and releasing in both at the same time, finding the energetic connection through our whole body. What we do in one place affects every other part of the body. And to soften and release. And reverse the direction of the circles. And circle the knee back to the center. Draw the thigh in towards the belly. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. Drawing the thighs close in towards the belly as you can. And breathe. Let your eyes close and breathe and hum. Letting your head, neck, shoulders, your arms, hands, and fingers release completely. Bringing your awareness back into your breath. Inhaling from the belly up into the collarbones. Exhaling from collarbones back to the belly. And then bend your knees again and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. The feet are on the floor. The lower back releases into the mat. Allowing your knee to be soft so it can be slightly bent or bent a lot. Bend the knee and hug the knee in towards the chest. Taking hold of the leg around the shin, extending the other leg out to the mat. And beginning to guide this knee in circles. Releasing the weight of the leg completely into the hands. Softening and releasing deep in the ball and socket joint of the hip on this side. Softening and releasing in your belly, your throat, and all of the muscles of the face, and particularly in the jaw. Then coming back to the center, reversing the direction of the circles. And circling the knee into the center, drawing the thigh, the knee in towards the chest and the belly. Flex your foot. As we draw the knee and the thigh in towards the chest and the belly. And if you like, you can lift the other leg a few inches off the floor and then breathe and softly hum. Bringing your awareness back to the breath, release the arms alongside the body and begin to focus on the breath again, inhaling from the belly up into the collarbones, exhaling from collarbones back down to the belly. As you establish that rhythm of the breath, begin to move your arms with the breath. By first inhaling the right arm up and back behind you, and then exhaling the right arm down alongside the body, and then moving to the left, inhaling the arm up and back behind you, exhaling the arm back down. Just coordinating the movement with your breath, moving at your pace as you move from side to side. Allow yourself as much as you can with each part of the movement, being conscious of the quality of the movement. Viewing it with your awareness and with your breath. And then lift the right arm back behind it to join the left, and then we'll do both arms at the same time. Taking in a deep breath, exhaling, releasing the arms back alongside the body. Inhaling, both arms back behind you. Exhaling, both arms back alongside the body. I was doing twists for a long time before I experienced the true bliss of a twist. And I only actually experienced it when I allowed myself to be propped a lot, with a lot of props. You put a blanket or a block between your thighs. And then you put another blanket on one side of your hip, and another blanket on the other side of the hip, and it could be blocks, bolsters, or blankets. Get this out of the way so you can actually see. And then you just roll. You can really put it right up underneath and get it where it fits right into your body really easily. And then you can just release, especially through the legs. That's really important, is to let the feet and the toes and the legs soften. I prop it up underneath my lower back and my hip so that this hip actually comes back a little bit into the blanket. It's not going this way. The hip and the knee are actually going in opposite directions. That allows me to not pull on my spine through the lower back. And that releasing of the hip and knee moving in opposite directions is really quite nice. And I wouldn't get it if I didn't have this blanket here, probably, because I would be overextending myself. This way, I'm propped everywhere. I can let my legs go completely. I'm not holding on in my legs at all. And that allows my spine to release into this very soft, quiet, blissful place where it feels. The Yoga Sutras talk about the sweetness and the ease of a yoga pose. And when I'm propped like this, I feel the sweetness and the ease. Take the blanket underneath behind your right hip and wedge it up underneath your hip. The blanket underneath your left knees. So I'll come on. And you reach your thigh, your hip and your knee in opposite directions. Then release your right hand again back out to the side. Allow your eyes to close and breathe and hum. And then releasing the sound. Inhale, lift the knees back up to the center. And as you exhale, move into the twist on the other side. Letting the knees and the head roll in opposite directions. Making any adjustments you need with the blankets, bring your right hand to the knee, or to the thigh area above the knee. Bring your left hand to the left hip crease, and gently reach your thigh and your knee in opposite directions. And then breathe and softly hum. We're going to do another reclining pose on the floor using the bolsters. And this one in particular is a hip opener. And it's good for stretching the spine and releasing the pull of the legs on the spine. Okay. You're actually going to be on the floor, and the bolster will be up right against your lower back and the buttocks. I want everybody to start like that, because you're going to eventually come back like this. But like I need a blanket under my head, I really need my head about right here. So for each person it'll be different. Let's try this. Ah, you look so much better. Okay, good. All right, try it now. How does that feel? Good. Oh, you look good. Do you feel good?
Good, yes.
Here it's bliss. This is great for opening up the chest and the hips. Om Ham Yam Ram Vam Lam. 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 Om Ham Yam Ram Vam And as you come to sit, coming to sit upright, allowing your head to move gently, allowing yourself to gently wake yourself up. Honoring the light within yourself, within each other, and the universe. Namaste.